This is the very first attempt that I'm making at doing the project that I'm going to describe to you today. So if it turns out poorly, I'm just gonna use the excuse that I've never done it before. You know, you can't hold me accountable for my actions at that point. Hi guys, and welcome back to Slice Mike. Today we're doing just a very bare bones DIY style video. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this on my channel. I'm just trying to push the boundaries of BookTube. I think everyone will agree with me when I say that I go crazy for dyed end pages. Not end pages, edge pages. You know what I mean, like with Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, how those books have the colored edges and they're beautiful and it drives everyone crazy. In preparation for today's video, I watched one video on YouTube on a similar topic and she did kind of a Gilded Pages type deal. So I'm not doing the Gilded Pages thing because I don't like gold pages. It seems very antique-y to me, which I'm not a fan of. So today I picked out a very basic blend of black, yellow, and red, which seems kind of boring, but I'm gonna mix it up and hopefully do some unique shades for each of the books that I got. And then I also just got like a really basic paintbrush set. I wanted to get the most bang for my buck, so I picked this because it had 25 brushes in it. I don't know why these brushes are different colors. I don't know what that signifies. I don't really care. I really just want this. First step, get a brush that looks like this. Next step, other things you'll need for this project. Electrical tape, which is usually blue. Maybe it's always blue. I don't use electrical tape that often, so I don't really know. Scissors. I don't know if you're going to need scissors, but I just got scissors because I always use scissors, and I figured it's good to have them on hand in case I need them, so scissors, maybe. And of course, you're gonna need some books. I got this book. I've never read it. I don't have a personal attachment to it. In fact, I just bought it at the Strand for like $2 because I wanted to get a book that I could possibly ruin until you perfected the art of edge painting, which I certainly haven't done, and since you're still watching this video, you probably haven't done. I would not recommend using books that you care about. I wanted to pick a cover that had a really strong color that I could mimic with the edge pages, so that's why I picked the blue, and then I got this shade of blue that's almost exactly like the blue of the fish on the front. So that's gonna go, I'm not even gonna dye that, I'm probably just gonna do it straight on the edges. So that's book number one. And then I also already went along to the next step of the process with the other book that I got, which is this one, if you care. More on that later. This is what the book is gonna look like once you've prepared it. Once you have your materials assembled, you're gonna take your hardcover books and you're gonna take the dust jacket off. The electrical tape is going to go along the edges. I mean, you can see it, I don't have to explain it, but it's just gonna go along the top and the side. I have this left to do on this book. You have to protect the spine. What is this called? I don't know what that's called. The binding? The something? I probably should know what that's called, because I read books. Is this a good DIY? That's a great question. We'll wait till the end of the video to answer that. Well, this is gonna take a while. Let's speed it up. Okay, so as you can see, I have completely protected this with whatever you call this, electrical tape. The only part that's exposed is the white pages, which is exactly what you want to have paint on it, so great job, guys. Okay, welcome back to phase 2 of this delightful DIY. As you can see, I have my first hardcover set up on the bottom here. I just piled some books from another video on top to kind of weigh it down, and then hopefully that'll press the pages together so that you're not gonna get paint in between the pages once you start painting. So I'll keep that right there, and then I'm gonna put this plate down and start mixing paints, and then I'm gonna choose. So here's the cover. I think this would look nice to do kind of an orange that matches this orange, or kind of matches. That's what we're gonna try to achieve here. So I'm assuming you don't need too much paint since it's just like, you know, like an edge of a book. It's not that much surface area. I'm gonna try to see if I can approximate the orange on the cover. This looks, actually that looks pretty similar to what's on the cover. I should do this for a living. Probably don't want to load paint up. Just gonna start layering it on. Okay, so far so good. I really have no commentary right now because I'm focusing on not messing this up because I actually want it to look good. Also, like, did I mention that I'm at the office and it's kind of creepy because the lights keep turning off and there's lots of glass and I keep seeing my reflection and I'm like, am I alone in here or is there somebody watching me? So that's fun. I keep coming dangerously close to painting the book on top and it's kind of stressing me out. And then just try to catch the edges of the book because it looks like those are being avoided. Not getting enough paint. So that's, okay. 2 sides down. I need to see what this looks like. So let's take these off. Already I can tell that I got some on the edges. That's not ideal. All right, we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna wash my brush, get a fresh plate, and then we're gonna move on to the second hardcover that I have. All right, and we're back. I've got the blue going. I'm just gonna unseal that. And like I said, I really like this color. I think it looks good with the cover of the book, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. So this isn't the way that you're supposed to do it, but I'm a rebel and I'm gonna do it this way. You're not supposed to do it this way because it's harder to hold the pages together and you don't want to get paint in between the pages, but like I already got paint in between pages on the last book that I had pressed between other books, so I feel like that's kind of a lost cause. One side done. I'm also happy that this book is slimmer than the other book because that took a while. This angle is advantageous because I can see all of the sides of the book and I feel like I'm gonna get a really even coat. So props to me. Also, one thing you should know about me is that I really don't place too much emphasis on the condition of my books anymore. Like I definitely used to, but once you start collecting books, you kind of just have to let them go and admit to yourself that some of them are gonna get messed up. So if you do choose to use some of your special books for this project, then more power to you. I think I actually like this book a lot more than the first one. It's too soon to tell. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna go clean myself up because I'm kind of a messy Marvin right now. I'm gonna go wash my hands and then we will do the big reveal once I'm back. I don't know if it's been enough time since I painted these books, but I'm really impatient and I want to see what they look like. So you're going to want to very carefully take the edges off. Okay, that's still wet. Great, good start. It looks like it's coming off pretty easily. Wow, this is taking a long time. Electrical tape sucks. I'm only halfway done. I'm sure you're exhausted just watching me. Anyways, I'm really impatient and I'm just going to show this to you. I think this is mostly dry at this point. So what you have to do is you have to kind of like fan these pages out. I'm pretty sure that once these pages come undone, they're not gonna restick, obviously, because they'll be dry. So now that that's done, we're gonna put this cover back on and we'll see how it looks together. This actually looks great. I'm not mad about it. I don't know if you can actually see how good this looks, but I'm really excited about it. Perfect. So proud of that one. Okay, one book down. I think this looks good. There are some spots where I missed the paint, as you can see on the bottom, and there's definitely spots where I got paint on the inside of the book, but when it's sitting on your shelf, like this looks pretty smart. And I love how the cover is white, and then there's this color accent on the cover, and then you turn it over and there's also the color accent on the edge of the paper. And I think it matches pretty well between the blue of the fish and that. So overall, yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think it looks great. That's really it for this video. I mean, I just wanted to do a fun DIY project and hopefully not screw it up completely, and I don't think I did. My main takeaways from this are to be careful with paint because paint gets everywhere. And then also I would say make sure that you kind of get these, you can maybe see the spaces there. So if I had to do this again, I would pay closer attention to those areas, and then also on the bottom it's the same deal. I'm excited about these books. I think they're cool and I might actually read them now that I have these copies that I probably don't want to get rid of because I spent time making them into art. I'm also gonna link the video that I watched as inspiration and motivation to get tips before I tackled this project, because she does a much better job of relaying info and being helpful and giving tips than I did, because I certainly didn't know what I was doing before I got myself into this project. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun making these books, and if you'd like to see more DIY/crafty vids from me in the future, I can probably figure out a better angle to film. I didn't know what to do, so that's what we ended up with. Thanks for being with me today and watching this video. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.